me certainly offer a lot in the early to mid game, like CD, FA, heroes like that.
You know, it's actually speaking of that. Not only with the captain's pick being introduced this Friday for the getting ready for Han Tour, but there's also I can vouch, and the dev blogs also being into that. I mean, there's a good amount of balance changes coming out as well with this patch coming up. I don't think it's as much as a Runic Shift patch by any means, but there's a fair amount. And let's just say some heroes are very likely could be impacted as a result of what's going on.
Have
So
you seen the patch notes?
maybe.
Maybe.
Why?
Okay.
Don't worry
Loaded
about
question.
it. Don't worry about it. No, but that's the best I can say. Is that there's definitely some things coming. So it's gonna be
Well,
fun
the
to
stuff
see.
they have released, I've read.
Okay.
The artillery, then Solomon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty interested. I think that's the most interesting thing to me. I know they're changing some other things. I believe they are, but
Blitz, I know, was referred to in the dev
yeah, I'm
blog.
interested to see how the heroes turn out. I want to see
Blitz
brand new heroes.
going more than 522 movement speed.
Yeah, that's insane. That'd be weird.
That sounds fun.
I wonder if he can make other people go that fast too.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and find out on Friday.
Well, you could tell us, but
But I'm not. Yes, I'm an
you're
asshole.
being
I'm sorry.
you're being shy right now.
Don't want to give out secrets. Dog Kaiser would beat me, man. That dude
Yeah.
beats me whenever I leak any bit of information on cast, so I gotta stay away from it.
I've seen the Dog Kaiser scowl. It is not to be trifled with.
Not fun. I can't do that. Dog Kaiser's a great guy. Come on. Oh man, he already gets enough crap. He honestly is a really cool guy.
No, I've talked to him on one time he came on to there used to be an event where a lot of the DWI guys hung out, and he came in there and just talked to the competitors a while. And to me, he came across as a very nice guy.
He has history with a lot of the old school competitors at least as well. I mean, obviously he goes back to playing competitive Dota back in the day and everything. So
He's no slouch in competitive Dota himself.
no,
So.
no, yeah, definitely wasn't. All right, so we go from completely bashing him to making up for that.
I
Okay,
was bashing him. I just said he had a powerful scowl.
that's true. That's fair.
It's a tool.
He's
to
gonna
be
want to
used.
talk with me after this game. I know that much. Okay, what's going on in this game? Well, let's move on here. Hey,
Great question.
speaking of fun stuff going on. Well, not so fun as the blind bans. I mean, Parasite Keeper, Tempest, hey, taking off the whole jungle situation. So that's good, I guess. You got Rally, followed by Lodestone, Aluna, Thunderbringer, Torturer, and Engineer. I just look at Thunderbringer and kind of an odd look on my face of I don't know what to think, but
The monkey. Thunder monkey.
Thunder Monkey, not the Monkey King. That one's banned.
Yeah.
Warbeast Scout Master of Arms also following the bans. Any spot for Thunderbringer? I remember when he was actually big, man.
Yeah, I think the problem is dual lane mid just crushes him.
Yeah,
So
no chance.
maybe my team B-Kid always wanted to try him, but we never did. Maybe short lane still though. I don't know.
How's
but-
Beacon as a captain? Come on now, you're on Honcast. Remember?
He's good. You always get a very solid lineup. We usually are not in the position to lose. It's very rare we're outdrafted. We might not outdraft someone else, but if we play well enough with our draft, we can probably win.
Is it safe to say he's
He's very intelligent. He might come across as kind of goofy, but when it's actually time to sit down and draft, he's not.
yeah?
He watches replays. He might think he's at the gym or with his girlfriend, but no, he's watching replays. He's watching scrims.
While lifting weights, he watches.
Yeah, while drinking his protein shake.
No, but what I was of course, Beacon is a great captain, and I think there's no doubt in that. But what I was getting at, it seems like maybe there are times where you were even kind of hinting at there a little bit, where you might want to try something fun, but he wants to win. He wants to win. He wants to do what's best for the winning situation.
Sure.
So
Yeah, we played a fun lineup in the Invitational. I think that was just he got sick of everybody egging him about picking something fun, and he just decided, okay, you guys can pick Blacksmith Slither. Let's see if we win. We got crushed.
Oops.
So that was his plan, just to make sure we lose, so nobody wants to pick it again.
fair enough. Yeah, that was against Lions. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you tried it against VDT, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on here? Silhouette, the first pick. Fade Pyromancer, the response. Plague Rider so far. Seems like Plague Rider's been making a little bit of a comeback on the competitive scene as far as his suicide role.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. I saw him played in a second support role with TMSR. They ran a kind of throwback lineup with a bunch of tank heroes. And speaking of throwback lineup, Silhouette and Plague Rider. Are we back in a year ago?
Yeah, this is
I don't know.
Team Excellent. Not up to the
We are.
times. It is
Team Excellent
not.
is fun because they usually do not draft standardly at all.
Yeah,
So,
not
as you
afraid
can
to.
see.
Yeah, not afraid to go different. Oh, we saw last game the Bloodhunter pickup, obviously, as you mentioned. Nox been. Speaking of Nox, by the way, Nox playing with Team Excellent. I don't know if we even referred to that, but I don't know if this is official, if this is their Han Tour plans by any means, but he is a part of them for now. So we'll see going into this season.
Sure, with
Those
QSQ breaking up their a
Yep.
couple free agents.
Yep, Jonas found one of those. Obviously found a home over here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Sandwraith to finish off on top of the Meraxis over here for Excellent. So, Rally the first pick. We'll see if Lions comes through with that Thunderbringer here.
I expect Lodestone plus Engineer, yeah.
That's what you were going to say. I knew it.
Well, I knew they were going to pick Lodestone. I wasn't sure what support they're going to pick, but I know they wanted their Suicide and they played Lodestone. Or is it their Suicide? Maybe they're fooling with me. Okay, now they're... That makes more sense.
So, no junglers this game.
Yeah, none at all. And like I said, it's becoming less and less of a thing to see Ophelia, Tree, Parasite, or Tempest in every single game.
Yeah.
And just looking at xCet's lineup, it looks like it's going to be a support Plague Rider, not a Suicide solo one. So Pew playing that Plague Rider, probably going to lane with Moraxis, maybe? Like Moraxis Plague. Just kind of a defensive lane and just try and get as much as farm as possible. Pretty hard to get a kill.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Lions has a pretty standard lineup for them. Tons of stuns, tons of aggression. Get that Sandwraith at early farm, and then he can use his ultimate, plus, the Energizer and Steam Boots to, have an impact on the early to mid-game.
God, talk about a transition, man. I remember when we used to see Sandwraith in the trial lane days? It was dreadful. It was, are you kidding me? We're going to see a Sandwraith game again. Nowadays, it's actually fun. I love watching Sandwraith.
Yeah, he's really transitioned. As
Yeah,
one I
very
was
active.
like to bring up is how people pick these active carries. They don't pick hard farming carries, and you might say that about Sandwraith, but the way he's played is certainly not that hard carry sit and farm your Mock of Brilliance anymore.
Yeah.
It's more of a get those early game items, max your W for that insane damage, and then participate as much as possible in team fights.
Mm-hmm. See if Flensmeister follows that rule here. See the top lane, both teams going to have a somewhat of a stare off. See if they eventually spot each other, but I don't think any kills are going to come of this. Just both really just line protecting their pole camp here, if anything. Making sure no wards can be placed there easily, although we do have a Luna now running up with those ward of sight, so we'll see if Excellent finds, or looks to even do it here. They do outnumber them now, and actually here we go, Luna running up, but no, just going to spot them, say hello. And walk away in the meantime, so... what about you? I mean, do you prefer playing a jungler or a secondary support, or does it really not bother you either way?
They're both fun. I think the main thing for me in terms of my enjoyment is if I get to play a second support that I feel I can have a big impact with farm.
Mm-hmm.
Second support, Andromeda and Glacius are not very fun. Second support, Torture and Pyro are really fun.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my take on Engineer too. I love playing Engineer.
Yeah.
They're so fun. So as long as it's a hero that, you can play Torture and transition into a carry with. It's not that unheard of. So I think it kind of depends on the hero. So I like both of them.
For sure, yeah. We do see, obviously, in the middle lane, a lot of back and forth to start things off. And again, especially lately, we've seen, and you're referring to, we've had a lot more of, one game you play jungle, the next game you play secondary support. It seems like it can be on and off, so it definitely makes things diverse, I'm sure, as well, which is also a nice thing when it comes down to it. Because it seems like, as a player, man, playing the same hero, same two heroes even, for several series in a row could get a little over the top, but
Keeper of the Forest. I used to play Keeper of the Forest in Suicide every game, then in the jungle too. It's the worst.
I can imagine, man.
Yeah.
Not too fun. All right, look at these lanes, though. They decide to go with the actual Rally Plague Rider top instead of the Moraxis Plague Rider. But, in a sense, kind of the same concept. They're just both very difficult to kill, really. And if anything, maybe if they catch Sandwraith out of position, could definitely set something up. But with that Desert's Curse, might be a little easier said than done.
Yeah, I think Rally is better mid, but at the same time, being in that top lane, he definitely can protect his teammate or himself a lot better than a Meraxis could. So, their kill potential mid's not that great because Meraxis is not a great mid
Hmm.
hero, to be honest. But yeah, this is fine. I don't see anything particularly wrong with it as long as they both continue to farm fine, and Meraxis is doing perfectly fine right now.
Why would you say he's not a good mid hero?
His initiation potential is just so much weaker compared to like a Rally or a Pebbles, or a Monkey King even, which is a hero we see a lot. Their range of initiation is huge to set up kills for your lane or anyone coming to gank. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to play a jungle player, or excuse me, a jungle hero, and try to gank mid for heroes that just cannot initiate. You can't do anything,
Yeah.
And Meraxis, I mean, maybe you can, but it's a lot harder than a Rally or a Pebbles whose range on their stuns is drastically bigger.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense for sure. Obviously, though, Meraxis with that axe spam, it also helps him with the last hitting ability. So seems like he's doing quite a bit of that here. And as you mentioned, in this game at least, he's 10-3. Compared to Fade is also 10-3. So actually, well, dead even matchup there at least so far as we're now approaching that 3-minute mark. So double damage rune picked up by Pyromancer in the meantime. So Seal Kid doing a good job of roaming right there, getting the double damage rune, which happened to be top. Engineers come over several times to help Sandwraith out, trying to open up the lane for him up to the top side, but obviously Rally. And if they catch Engineer themselves, I mean, not a whole lot Sandwraith can do. You see, they're trying to counter-harass right there, but now Rally going back on an Engineer. Just going to put in the auto attacks, though, and focus more so on the farm. So far, I mean, Sandwraith, he's getting some decent farm, but it seems like this Rally Plague Rider combination is doing a job for the most part and not allowing him free farm by any means.
Well, Sandwraith is definitely a hero you can easily contest in that long lane. So an Engineer may be caught out here while I say that the Plague Rider is level 3, the Contagion Nuke comes out, and all back into the Rally. This could be the end of Engineer.
Oh, the health potion, though. The ticks, if anything, get himself to go on the neutral creeps. Yes, he will be successful. And that's a pretty big deal because there's still no Bloodlust kill yet coming out. So well played by Hanskin right there, at least making the best of the situation.
Yeah, for sure. I thought he was screwed, especially with that keg stun. But, oh, there could be initiation in the middle lane. Will Meraxis escape? I don't think there are any stuns available. Okay, there's no stuns, so he'll escape. But yeah, one thing I'd kind of point about Rally is maybe I would have preferred him mid, but at the same time, he is just annihilating this Sandwraith. Sandwraith's not really getting much at all. And while Sandwraith, he can participate in early game fights, he's not as strong as a lot of these other heroes I was talking about in the laning phase. So xCet are the team this time taking advantage of maybe a little bit of a greedy pick by Lions.
Yeah. Ooh, Meraxis in the middle lane, barely surviving right there. Luna's also going to take some damage. But in the end, they both will get away. I kind of caught that halfway through. Back to the top lane now. We do see more action up here. Desert Skirt is going to be applied to Plague Rider. Engineer getting away. Capel will connect. The no seismic slam, of course, going to put in the auto attacks. And Hanskin again. He's going to pull the creeps right here. And he's going to get killed again by the neutrals. And Flensmeister gets credit for the bloodlust kill. Another beautiful play that ended up just working out well for Hanskin right there. Rally's now running away. Wow, though. I can't believe what just happened right there.
I feel like Hans can stack these neutrals just so he can kill himself whenever he needs to.
It seems like it. That's twice now, and this time it pays off actually very well. It actually wouldn't. I mean, I doubt that was his mindset going in, but yeah, no, it seems like that kind of is with the way that he's playing with that. Meanwhile, the bottom lane actually Silhouette's in some trouble. She does have that tree grapple. Gonna use it right there. Is it going to be enough to get away is the ultimate question, though. Lowstar comes in with a head smash. Down goes Silhouette. So Nox falls here. Good roaming by Engineer after dying to the neutrals. He goes bottom and sets up a kill down there. So Lions gaining good control here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Meraxis in that middle lane once again, but he will escape, and apparently just a pause coming out here. Hopefully it's not too long. But yeah, honestly, I consider Meraxis is doing well in his lane. Like you won the lane, because I just feel like he's one of the weakest melee kind of stunner heroes you'll often put in a lane. So he's doing okay. And yeah, Nox went for the big play there. I think he missed his Death Lotus, unfortunately. That would have finished off Jonas and Fan and been a great counter kill. But unfortunately missed it. And but he's doing, as expected, very well in this lane himself. So not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's even with that death, you see he's reconnecting right here. But he's still farming around 275 gold per minute. And most certainly Silhouette is a hero that going into the mid-game stage could really start to explode as far as their farm is concerned. We'll see what Nox goes for with that said, as far as this item build, but obviously the Nullstone route can be very popular, but there's also the Energizer, kind of the more new school thing, compared to the Nullstone old school, so we'll see. We'll see what Nox decides to go for here. Do you have a preference either way as far as your build-up is concerned?
This game, Nullstone is really good for the Sand Wraith ult, the head smash from Lodestone, Pyromancer ult. So if he continues to get enough farm, I think it's a very viable item. But Nullstone can also, I mean, a lot of people get the Nullstone for the farming, and other cheaper items can also fulfill the same goal. So I think it's kind of a preference thing. I see a lot of people going for the Searing Light now, or just even the Whispering Helm can also fulfill the same goal. But Pyromancer is going to get chased down here a little by Meraxis, and Plague Rider is coming to assist. Will it be enough for the kill, though? There's a nice stun from Fade. It did not hit Meraxis, though, and yeah, there goes Fade.
And now Fade's actually having a lot of trouble as well. She's going to prevent the hero blocking, but not nearly enough to get away. So Team Excellent collapsing very well right there at the top rune area. And actually comboing for a kill. Meanwhile, Nox looking for some revenge. Can he land the death lotus this time? It's not even necessary. He goes in, gets a kill, but at what cost right here? Lozar jumps in, the Shadow Storm explodes, and look at that freaking damage, man. I continue to be so impressed by your... okay, you did have a double damage rune, but still. This Lodestone, level 7, just absolutely bursts down Silhouette in response. So, very well played right there by Jonas and Fan. But again, Team Excellent having a good situation at the top lane as well.
Yeah, for sure. Those were some pretty big kills for them, especially for this Meraxis. I think he got 2 kills there. Yeah, he received both the credit for both those kills. So jumping up to 280 GPM, definitely pretty decent. And yeah, I remember Moon telling me that you need a certain amount of health to survive Lodestone. You don't need Vestments because Vestments don't do anything. But Initiation in the middle lane, maybe Pyromancer not fast enough to follow up with that stun. And yeah, you need like a certain amount of just base health to live through the Lodestone combo. And you know, once you get 6, you have to always be wary of him hiding in the trees, charging up that ult, then just boom, coming out, you're dead.
Yeah, before you know it, all of a sudden that combo happens, and yeah, catches you off guard. So Jonas and Fan 1-0-1 at that suicide roll. Hasn't had the best creep farm, but obviously with those hero kills and assists, he's looking pretty good. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, big collapse coming out right here. Beautiful setup from Lion Esports Club. That was just great communication all around. Engineer was sitting there for maybe a couple of seconds before they went in. And obviously Pyromancer and Fade do their job, and ends up being a double tap for Super KGE, even the hero that you ideally want to get it on in that case. So just a great setup altogether from Lion Esports Club, and just goes back to, you know, this team is definitely a dangerous team right now here on the competitive scene. Pyromancer, again, the top rune, he picks it up, taking some harassment from Plague Rider right here. But Pew now falling back to his teammate. Rally actually coming in. The Capel's not going to hit. The seismic slam in the face of Pyromancer gets the kill. But now Fake going for the return. Cole's going to be used. Plague Rider's still alive. He's finally going to fall. And now Rally's on the run. But here comes more Axis. The axe coming out. Going to dodge once again. Can Fade to keep dodging? Yes, he can. Sidestep King of the House apparently. B-Kid ain't here. But somehow Super KG making the plays. There's going to be the kill though. As Rally uses a Capel. Quakes on his Sand Wraith, locking him down. Going to help Rally escape. And a fight that continues to progress is finally going to end, it looks like. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, Engineer. Oh my god, he's going to pour it out. Silhouette can't find him! Oh, that's unfortunate. And now Silhouette's in trouble. Uh-oh. Lodestone coming in. No,
he could be. Lodestone does not have his ult just yet, but Hanskin either living life on the edge or dying a lot this game, especially to neutrals.
Yeah.
And just nice roam from him for sure. Even leaving Samwraith alone apparently worked out because Flintsmeister now farming 300 GPM. Plague Rider also has been kind of roaming, but initiation in the bottom lane, so it's in a lot of trouble. There's the Rocket Drill, and then the Q followed up by Pyromancer, so more roam coming out from the Lions. Excellent setups. Just it shows how powerful Lodestone is. It's easy, so easy to game for him.
Yeah, but that's a big kill. Flintsmeister goes down at the top lane in the meantime. Rally and Plague Rider. Plague Goo not even necessary, it looks like. He just hit level 6, so he still has that Plague carrier of his, and action continues, man. 7 to 6 hero kills. And we're only 9.5 minutes into this game so far.
Can't keep up.
Over 2. Yeah, right. It's want to let you talk, but this game, the action just keeps going, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, big kill on the Sand Wraith. It seems like he has a life tube early on here as far as his build goes. So we'll see what he decides to go with here. Probably the Helm of the Black Legion, but Who knows? Nullstone, not typically the pickup we see on good old Sandwraith, of course. Moraxis actually getting interesting here in the middle lane. Matrax is going to be activated. Energy field goes down right there. Rally kind of going to the outskirts of it. You see Engineer kiting in the energy field. And here goes Sandwraith with his ultimate. Rally realizing that might have been a fatal mistake right here. He's going to be personnel, blazing strikes and everything else. And yes, Bassets will fall. Nox in the meantime picks up another kill at the bottom lane. While that happened, Moraxis is going to try to get away right now. Cole comes out, burning his mana. Plague is going to be used right there. Sandwraith that only bounces once, so the Desert's Curse is going to be applied. Sandwraith, can he escape? Yes, he can. They get the kill to Plague Rider. And actually goes back in. Oh, what is he thinking? Oh, no. He ran right into Moraxis. Oh.
That was really funny.
Man, yeah. He had to see him. I mean,
yeah, he just thought he could assist with that Desert Curse auto attack, but fortunately Moraxis did regen enough mana. He was completely at one point, but I guess he regenerated enough mana, maybe from the battery and the bottle charges to get another stun off. But I think Lodestone in the process of that fight also went down bottom, so
yeah, he did.
Just kills everywhere.
Yep. Just continuing to happen here in this game, so one more of a case of just chaos here. As Silhouette, she does go the Soul Scream in. It looks like she is going to Energizer build, so as you were referring to earlier, when it seems like we see the Energizer first, it seems like that Searing Light even is a very popular choice on Silhouettes recently, so Searing Light, of course, ever since that's been introduced, well, more so the Light brand in general, that Light brand definitely has played very well on the competitive scene, honestly, and it's obviously adapted into just a good pickup for several heroes, as far as a Grimoire especially on top of that. We've even seen Dawnbringer in certain cases. Moraxis in the meantime in the middle lane, actually just continuing here. Matrax is up. He's not going to explode it just yet. There goes the explosion. He's going to be killed, but at what cost right here? Rowley wants to take out Fade in the process. And, oh, the Illumina just misses. Doing the power throw, excuse me, but they do get the kill on Engineer. Fade will barely escape with her life right there. Man, these teams are not afraid to give us entertainment here.
It was a crazy chain of events. Yeah, Moraxis was actually at their tower in Engineer ult, tanking Fade, the tower, and Engineer for some time, and then unfortunately finally goes down, but they do get the counter kill on Engineer. It was a really nice ult by Bassett. It's just hitting your Seismic Slam without a stun can be pretty tricky, but yeah, nice job. Luna's going to get caught here. Lodestone does have the ultimate available, but will he choose to use it? Probably not. It is kind of hard to set it up like that. He has another stun or head smash available, and he's going to chase, but he's going to run right into Rally and Moraxis.
Yeah, oh, he gets a Luna still! No, the Shadow Storm is going to explode. No, not enough for the kill. Oof. Exudi right there, living life on the edge. Jodison fan trying to make a big play, but yeah, he definitely got tunnel vision right there. He went all out. You mentioned with the Shatter Storm, if he activated it as he was going in, then that would have probably been a kill easily, but you know, he chose to not use it off the bat, thinking he would have been able to get the kill, and obviously completely bit him in the ass in the end. So man, 13 minutes in, again, the action just continues. Moraxis, it's going to continue here. Matrax is going to go up, though. Sandwraith ports in. Desert's Curse, it does get the Matrax to explode right there, but Moraxis still on the run. One more auto attack, maybe. The dot damage for the Fade. Yes, the Burning Shadows to get the kill. Port coming in. Off to the side, we see Silhouette. Nox trying to cut them off now. Get some revenge for his teammate. Luna also porting in. Sandwraith cutting around the trees, and now you see Fade running all the way down here. Sandwraith knows he's in trouble. Pyromancer going to get caught by Rally right there. And the Seismic Slam. Look at this Ebola. It's actually spotted Sandwraith, and it's just sniping him in the process. Oh, but here comes Lodestone and Fade back in. Another port coming in. It's Plague Rider joining the party. He does have his ultimate. See if he can maybe find an opportunity. Fade ports out. And I would think that's going to be the end of that. I mean, Loso's still hanging around, but his teammates are not nearby anymore. So, going to make the better decision right here to fall back and actually go for the Haste Rune. And there you go.
I might have to change my principle to 2 kills a minute.
Yeah,
One
right.
is just way too dull.
This is crazy, man. I mean, these teams, they're just
Yeah,
active.
both these teams just... And I said it before when I was casting with Beef, but it's almost like the European playstyle. If you play a lot of TMM and you go into American TMM versus EU TMM, there's a noticeable playstyle difference. And what it is the Europeans play so much more aggressive. There's less farming. There's more just running around trying to find kills, and they're very good at it. So perhaps this is a I can't think of the word. It's not side effect, but just how they play. I don't know.
It's showing here the play style of the European community, and we see right there the collapse on a Rally in the middle lane. Good execution right there for Lion Esports Club. And now they're going to progress into the tower. Has there been any tower kills yet? No, there hasn't. With all this, okay, the bottom tower actually was killed first, but to be the only second tower kill so far, honestly, that's pretty crazy for how much action we've had. Anyways, the tower is going to fall right there. As Team X not going to do too much. Kexan, nice Kexan right there. It does hit Aluna. The follow-up comes out, and look at that. The burst damage to finish off Aluna, so it continues. And they do get another kill out of it. Well played. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, you do see Silhouette. She's trying to catch the attention of Lion Esports Club. And she's doing a good job of it. I mean, Nox is still farming the highest in the game right now, 346 gold per minute. She actually finishes her sustainer right there. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Plague's coming out right there. The Sandwraith Illusions were also taking the hits, and the real Sandwraith will fall right there. Lozon off to the side. He rocket drilled to the side to try to help him get away. He's going to try to skirt out right here, but Moraxis sees him. The axes come out. The Quakes are not going to be used, though. Beautiful rocket drill from Jonas the Fan. And he actually might get away from this. I think he will. There's a Capel, another Axel. Regen Rune. Oh, this could be big. He's going to bottle it up right here. Nope, not going to be nearly enough. And he will fall too. Ay. I don't know. I honestly, I can't recall seeing this crazy of a game in a long time, Riser. You're good luck, I guess.
It's great. When I saw that we were casting these guys, I was pretty happy because I knew, well, just watching Lions usually enough for me, but xCet definitely team that likes to play aggressive. Bassett's, I know, I've been watching him for a long time, and I feel like he's a player who just more emphasis on ganking than farming on any hero he plays. So, yeah. And as you can see, that has been the case this game. Just everyone's running around killing each other.
having a good old fun time, right? So that's what matters in the end. So how about that? Yeah, Silhouette going the Energizer first is going to be progressing now into the Nullstone here, it looks like. Is Nox's choice. So wanted to get the Energizer for more of that battle presence, and obviously with the way this game's been going, I guess that definitely makes sense here.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say I think he might have rushed the Nullstone if this game wasn't just so crazy. He needs something to not die instantly. So Energizer very very effective for that. Cost effective, useful throughout the whole game with its bonuses, and just a great item we're seeing more and more these days.
Sandwraith has enough for a Helm of the Black Legion, but he's sitting on the life tube here just for the regen simply, and currently has 1,800 gold saved up, so I kind of wonder if he has plans to maybe even just go straight for that Mach here from Flensmeister, or even something different, maybe a Shrunken Head. Again, with the way the game's going, something like a Shrunken Head could also be pretty useful, but do you have any thoughts on that, Riser, as far as what you think Sandwraith is going to be going here?
Well, I mean, the standard build is the Steam Boots into the Energizer, which I was expecting to see, but with that Life 2 pickup, I'm not sure. Helm of the Black Legion is still pretty effective with his passive ability. Well, he's two passive abilities, to dissipate rather. Can put out some good damage just by standing in the middle of the fight, and then Rally's diving hard here on the Sandwraith.
Yeah, Port's coming in though. Rally takes the placing strike. Plague is going to start bouncing around Sandwraith. That's the downside of him in this case. It bounces between him and the Illusion. He will stay alive for now. In the meantime, they get the counter kill. Or Fade falls, but we do see Rally going down, so Plague would actually survive through that. But Fade did fall in the process to the bottom lane, as there was action also down there. But yeah, we've seen it now a couple times. Sandwraith has actually hold that thought. Plague Rider is going to be collapsed on here. Sandwraith's going to help get some revenge. Jonas a fan actually gets credit for the kill right there. But using that Mirage, especially with the heroes nearby, that Plague starts bouncing around, and it could bounce off of the Illusions, which it could also be a good thing when you do think about it too. It's not hitting his own teammates and whatnot, but still, as a result there, somewhat of a downside. But anyways, bottom tower goes down for Team Excellent. It might be a trade here, as Lion Esports Club is putting pressure to that top tower, and unless we see supports coming in just about now, that should be a tower kill. So,
has anyone told these guys that they're playing a match? This isn't a TMM game.
It's not. Yeah.
Maybe I should tell them.
Maybe we need to make a global message.
It's not mid-wars where you just go around and everybody dies constantly. You just go in. I don't know.
30 hero kills. Yeah, 19 minutes in basically. Jeez.
So, but it certainly makes for plenty of entertainment for at least myself.
Yeah. As far as you don't have to fill up time with talking points. So.
Sure.
Blessed Orb just picked up by Nox, though. Speaking of that, so that Nelson again coming a little bit closer. Look at that, though. A couple of portal keys just purchased. One on Fade, actually. Fade choosing to go the portal key route here, as far as her initial item, really. And then the more obvious Moraxis also getting his portal key. So even expect more initiation and more jump now to happen. In fact, Lodestone is just about there, too.
Yeah, pretty staple pickups, I think. both are fine. I think Pokey and Fade is fine. They have plenty of, I believe they have plenty of damage. Um, so just the initiation potential will help them considerably. Same with Meraxis, of course. Very core on Meraxis. And actually, a lot of heroes porting top lane for xCet. So hang on, we weren't fighting for 30 seconds. We got to start up again.
Gotta.
And Lions also wants to fight. Who would have thought? They're coming up to this top lane. Rally's going to be spotted out here by Loso. But as I said, Engineer, they're completely caught up here.
Engineer right off the bat, no energy field chance. Beautiful catch from Team Excellent. You see Lawson in the backup. Burning Shadows, Line Sun right there. Cole comes out. He's going to portal key away off to the side, actually using his reflection after. He's going to try to find an opening opportunity again. Pyromancer is like, stay away, stay away! It's not going to happen, though. He is going to be bursting. Oh! The Blazing Strike, the auto attacks from the Warlock, and nearly assisted for kill. Fate coming in! Not able to get the attack off in time, though. Nearly a counter kill for Seal Kid. But not in time. Flensmeister also trying to get away, but he runs right into Nox, unfortunately, and he too will fall. We see Fate still invis, looking for that opening chance, but in the end, the big picture of that fight, at least, Team Excellent dominating it, really. 3-for-0 exchange in the end. And they're now going to push this top tower and actually get the tower kill. So a very good swing of momentum there coming out for Team Excellent. And then I keep looking back at the Sandwraith, man. He's now sitting on 2,800 gold. Still with those same items, and you got to figure that's somewhat hurting them because.
Yeah, he's not nearly as effective. I feel like he could be if he had purchased something. I guess he's saving him for the Mox still. I just don't think it's the route this game. There's so much action, so much fighting, and Silhouette even offering considerably more in team fights than Sandwraith at this point.
And on top of that, you see Silhouette, she gets her Nullstone, just delivered as well as another 1,200 gold saved up. So that GPM really starting to skyrocket now, 450 gold per minute. Just about. Fade at her level 12 mark, of course that level 11, a big mark for Fade. Really maximizes that that Vanish ability. First, you see right here, she's giving her team plenty of information. Needs to be careful, there's a rep push right here. Oh no. Oh no, she's falling into this trap. The new open first, so on to Rally right there. There's a counter coming out from Meraxis. The Rally is going to be locked down. It gets Capella off. The Plague in the background. There's just so many things happening in this fight right now, but it looks like Lion Esports Club, they are the ones on top. Nox standing his ground, finishes off Lowson right there, but now he needs to look to get away. Rally is eventually killed. Silhouette trying to get away. Will it be enough? She does swap the illusion. Beautiful swap chance right there, but I don't think it's going to be enough in the end for Nox. Nope, Phoenix Wave comes out. And the final auto attack. Turret going to be placed right there. Plague after the side. Rally coming in. Can't compel in time. Poor coming in, though. Rally misses the stun right there. He had a stun chance and missing it on a fade. And now Engineer throwing out the keg stun. You see Silhouette going for it after the buyback. She wants revenge still. I don't think she's going to get it, though, unless the Death Lotus. Nope. They're going to fall back in time. So, Lion Esports Club has their chance to rebuttal. And that they do against Team Excellent.
I think the MVP of that fight might have been the Ancients. They soaked up so much of the Plague ult when I saw two Lions members just running right next to each other. If it had bounced to them, I feel like the fight could have been completely different. So it looked like Fade was in a lot of trouble, but he got the stun off before they could initiate him in that Rev Ward, and then the Sandwraith ult came through. And by the way, Sandwraith, after that big team fight, Big Deal just picked up his Sword of the High, so very close to that Mock of Brilliance as well. And I think that could be a pretty big tide turner actually in this game.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you know, it's one thing to critique him as far as the build-up is concerned, because obviously you need to invest that 3,400 gold initially just for the Sword of the High, which in itself is good, but, you know, until you get that Mock of Brilliance, you don't obviously get the full effect of the investment that you're making. Anyways, you know, I think if you started every ride to kind of critique that, but now it's obviously winning that fight and the fact that he's going to have that here, all of a sudden it's going to be pretty good looking for Lion Esports Club once he actually finishes that Mock of Brilliance now. At the same time, he still does remain fairly squishy, so they need to keep that in mind too. I mean, he's sitting only really on 1,080 life. I guess that's with the agility steam boost, but still, back to the middle lane though. What am I thinking? There's more action going on. Mirage is going to be used right there by Sandwraith. He's chasing a Luna in the background. In the meantime, Kegstun comes out. Rally is going to compel away. Can he actually get away from Sandwraith? No, he cannot. Just too much slow happening. Fade in the meantime, Burning Shadows hits Silhouette right there. Silhouette going to be Rocket Draw going to miss, actually. He hits a Luna, but Silhouette able to stand her ground, putting in the auto attacks. She is by herself currently, though. She's going to try to pick up kill, but look at this spread from Lion Esports Club. They're not giving Silhouette a solid chance. She wants to take out Fade. Nope, she will pour it out. Okay, she poured out the last second. And she will be fine. Kongor? No, not going to be happening. So they'll just go back to farming in the meantime. But another, guess what, crazy fight coming out.
Yeah, great fight once again for Lions. Sam Wraith now finishing his Monk of Brilliance, and um, I think Nox is contributing a ton in these team fights. He's playing them very well. You see him even just standing his ground against almost three heroes by himself there. So I don't think they're out of it yet, but I think they are starting to look pretty behind, well, especially once Sandray does finish that core Mock of Brilliance and then maybe pick up another item. He is going to be quite fearsome.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely wonder now. I mean, he's still sitting on the life to begin. Getting it early on for the region, it's fine, and maybe he doesn't even plan to turn that into anything in the long run, but what next? It could possibly be the Helm of the Black Legion, or instead just go for more of the, Firebrand into Geometer's Bane even instead. So we'll see what, again, Flensmeister decides to do here. He is also level 16, so making that Mirage that much more powerful on top of the cooldown reduction, I believe. Yeah, down to 80 seconds now. As far as what his cooldown looks like, so excuse me, that is good for him. Speaking of secondary support too, Engineer in this case plays secondary support. He's got an Energizer himself, as well as Steam Boot, so Samurai didn't get one, but his team does have one because of him. So that's good to see. Portal Keys we picked up on Rally, he said that for a little bit, and there's the Portal Key on Silhouette actually, so possibly gonna be going more with that old skull, Nullstone Portal Key into even a Shield Breaker next.
Yeah, it's like the old school Silhouette we used to see all the time, but with everybody killing each other instead of just farming. So, yeah, interesting to see. I like it. I like the Portal Key. I think he's going to need another damage item if he really wants to carry this game, though. I don't think it's the Portal Key will be enough to for them to take these team fights just yet. But as I say that, they really don't care. They want to push mid. This tower is extremely low, and getting that middle tower is quite important, but in the meantime, Flintmeister gets a free tower bottom end. Keep in mind, he can always just cast that ult, be farming wherever he wants, and join the team fight whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's obviously a huge part of Sam with the first. Oh, Quakes and misses right there! Brodex 5 level in a lot of trouble now. He takes a blazing strike. He's going to be counted on. The Mirages uses we were just talking about. Raleigh jumps in. Rocket Drill hits him, though. The energy field doing a lot of work. Plague is bouncing in the background, but honestly not doing the most. A big fight for Lion Esports Club. They absolutely annihilate Team Excellent. Silhouette's being locked down. That is the real Silhouette. She will fall. Hat-trick coming out for Fade, actually, being played by Super KGE. And the only one to survive is Aluna. So, hey, you hinted at it, Riser. That you don't think that they're there yet in terms of taking a team fight is Team Excellent. But, the way this game is going, they say, no, we got to keep that pace up. Obviously, that was not the best decision. I guess not. The initiation didn't help either, honestly. Miraculous, unfortunately.
I think that was probably the biggest thing. I mean, I don't know if they could have won a team fight at this point anyway, but the initiation looked pretty desperate to me. Just trying to get whatever they could, and unfortunately, really didn't work out. So not conceding, yet they still want to continue on. Also, I mean, the way this game going, it looked like we could have maybe seen a game 3, but if it continues at this pace, certainly Lions looks like the favorite.
Yeah, Lions could be wrapping it up. And again, to touch on that, this was initially supposed to be a best-of-1 series, as it is for pretty much all of the Alienware Challenge tournament, but the teams did agree, as we're casting in, we want to get at least a good amount of content here today, and agreed to a best-of-3. So Lion Esports Club, obviously in this case, being up 1-0, they could have won it already, but chose to do best-of-3, but on the verge, perhaps, of...
It's pretty good sportsmanship by them.
Yeah, and as they said, they just want to have fun.
Gotta appreciate that.
Not that big of a deal, yeah. It's not too late over there after all. So.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like 9:30.
In Europe land.
Yeah, Euroland.
So, yeah, working good. And but actually, another thing on that is that there is also the North American division for this tournament. We're not going to be covering that this week. We are going to be covering it next week here on Honcast. But I believe, are you guys actually playing in that?
Should be. I think we played tonight. We had a bye yesterday, but I think we played tonight. So.
Okay.
I have no reason to believe we won't.
Gotcha. So that is kind of cool for the time zone. So for like a North American team like yourselves, you actually get to play at a...
I think it's the first time I've ever played a tournament at night.
In the evening, yeah. It's a different feeling, right?
Yes, cool. It's nice. I don't know. I don't do anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just sit here all day.
Come on, Riser. I'm sure you do plenty.
No, you're wrong.
Or you're casting now. You're helping out casting as well, so there's another thing.
That's something.
That is something. It's a great thing.
It is great. Especially when you got teams like this playing, providing tons of entertainment for casters like us. We're certainly not watching complexity versus TDM.
No,
Say
no, we're
that
not.
much.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God.
I don't know, that whole Keeper versus Tempest battle
Oh
at 60
no.
minutes into the game, it's always a lot
Who's
of
gonna
fun.
go in?
Who's
It's
gonna...
been about 5 minutes of this team fight. No one's done anything.
They're staring down each other.
Yeah. That's all I do in a team fight when I'm keeper. I just stare at Tempest. There's really nothing else to do.
I would imagine. I mean, that's the job, right?
That's
what
your
it
job.
entails. Sitting there waiting. What do you think of the restoration changes, by the way? Obviously, it's been a little bit now, but changes that happened with Resto Stone.
I don't know. I didn't really notice a big difference per se. It's pretty similar. I mean,
To be fair, I don't think it was meant for like Keeper, as far as the change.
yeah,
being
yeah. It wasn't
impactful.
meant for like. I don't think it was meant for like the big ultimate.
Yeah.
I think it was tried to maybe give it a little more dimension to behind the other heroes. But yeah, it largely kind of felt the same for that at least that interaction. Keeper Tempest.
Oh, we see right here. Guess what? Congo happened. We haven't had a kill like in 3 minutes. This is
So boring.
or something?
Can we? Maybe I'll just all chat
Why
them.
are we here?
Guys, please. Getting bored over here.
Oh, Fade. Fade getting a little risky. Living life on the edge. There are rev wards down, so needs to be careful. He does have level 2 puzzle box, by the way. Okay, they're going to initiate right here. Mirage goes out. They're going to fully initiate. Of course, the Lowstone goes in, and Aluna takes the boom. Goes the dynamite in the face. She'll fall right off the bat. Mirax, in the meantime, Plague is going to start bouncing around. Fade taking some damage. The puzzle box minion is also absorbing a lot of it, and hell, absorbing most of it in the end. Mirax is still somehow alive. Meanwhile, down here, they do kill Plague Gunner. There's the kill on Miraxis. Back over here. We got Silhouette now being locked down. She, too, is going to fall, and that could be the beginning of the end here for Team Excellent now. Rally's also going to be caught out, it looks like. He does have Compel. Going to be able to use it, but now Fade's going to catch him with the Burning Shadows. And he too will fall. Nox using his second buyback. He's like, come at me, bro. You got a quad kill. I'm going to give you a chance for an annihilation here. That's not going to happen, though. Rally also buys back, and actually, they might get some counter kills out of this side. No, the Burning Shadows to stop it. Silhouette is still in the hunt right here. Rally being slowed by Fade. And that deep shadows of hers. Lowstone will fall, so the quad kill will end just there. And then Rally and Silhouette will eventually scare off the rest of them. So the buybacks do accomplish something in the end. Granted, those are both their second buybacks here. Sandwraith, though, barely keeping at a distance, and he will be fine.
Yeah, it was a really nice reaction by Super KG. He just knew the rally stun into the ult was coming, but Super KG, speaking of which, is still hanging around. Pyromancer is also nearby. No ultimate available for him. So this may not be the easiest kill, especially with that null stone. We'll have to see if they decide to go in here.
He did just split up, too, and they saw that. So, okay, they're going to go for it. Can they get it before? No, they cannot.
God, that was close. He had like 10
Oh,
health.
jeez, yeah. That was really close. Very good attempt. Not to be, though. You know, I was, the Restoration Stone, though, going back to that, there was actually, the theory of it was, the hero like Midas was one that was brought up, a hero that we never see anymore, but it's kind of interesting, because theoretically, if you actually had a Restoration Stone in a hero like Midas, you could actually lock somebody down 3 different times with that transmute. And you could, and at the same time, your cooldown in total would only be like 60 seconds on the Resto Stone because of how short his cooldowns are. So, you know, it's heroes like that, it's ideas like that that is actually pretty cool about the Restoration Stone. But
Yeah, I mean, I
haven't
could
really
see
seen a whole lot of it.
you'd have to hit the combo of your life and then
Yeah, of
follow it
course.
up. But there could be a fight here while we're talking about Sandwraith Ultimate was used, and here we go.
There's the jump in right there. Lowstone, he's going to rocket drill away, actually help set up the kill on Miraxis. Excellent, just really wants to make something happen. The energy field, beautiful placement on the energy field, locking the net completely. Sandwraith joins the fight, and just like before, Team X have fallen like flies. There you go. They say, okay, I think it's the end now. GG well played is being called. And that is going to do it for game number 2. And, of course, as well as the series. So, Lion Esports Club, they do come out on top here, 2-0 here in this best out of 3. So, congratulations to Lion Esports Club. Moving on here in the winners bracket. Now, it is a double elimination tournament, though. So, Team Excellent, of course, they are still in the event. Just getting bounced down to the losers bracket portion. So, fun series, though, to say the least. Especially that game number 2, man. I mean, it had averaged nearly 2 hero kills a minute there, which is actually pretty damn absurd when it comes down to it. So, as you expected, Riser, it was a lot of fun, especially watching Lion and both Excellent as well. So, actually, was that fun for you?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, sometimes in a slow-paced game, there is it kind of run out of things to talk about. It gets a little boring, but honestly, with these two teams, didn't it felt fun to watch almost the whole time. It did get a little one-sided near there at
Yeah.
the end, but yeah, Lions though just playing with so much confidence, so much everything seems to click for them in their team fights. Very rare you see a major mistake made by any of them. It's just I don't know. They're playing at an exceptional level right now.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see, of course, how not only they move on to this event, but especially going into the Han Tour season, which cycle number 1, which doesn't begin this week, and the qualifiers begin this week, but cycle number 1 eventually down the line, which I'm sure you're waiting for as well. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, though. This is a nice little filler tournament in the meantime, you could say, and not only is it going to be played through this week, so that is going to do it for coverage today, unfortunately. Again, it's definitely a shorter cast, but we'll come back tomorrow with another series from this event, and then the following week, next week, actually Monday through Thursday, we're going to be covering the Alienware tournament every single day, both the European and the North American division, at least that is planned. So that should also be a lot of fun, on top of course, the Han Tour qualifiers that start this weekend. So basically, starting this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be fun. I mean, we're getting back into the groove of things once again when it comes to the competitive Han scene, and both for those that are playing in the event, I'm sure you guys are excited for that, but also at the same time being able to have a lot of content to watch here in Hancast is always a good thing. So, Riser, before we do wrap things up here, I do want to thank you one more time for coming out and at least helping for this cast, and looking forward to having you back again tomorrow. So, going to continue things. So you are going to be back tomorrow, right? I didn't scare you off?
Yeah, no, it was a great time.
Good.
I should be thanking you guys. Yeah, it was loads of fun. Definitely a fun game to cast, and I just want to give a shout out to Bang Bang Crew, the best Skype conversation ever. Maybe Breaky, if you are nice enough, I will invite you. We'll see. So far, only person from S2 is Milk Fat, so once you get Milk Fat level, maybe you'll join.
Maybe.
But
Wow.
yeah, other than that, I think that about covers it for me.
All right, all right. Definitely looking forward to having you come back tomorrow, man, and enjoying another cast here for the Alienware tournament. And it sounds like you guys might have a match tonight as well, so obviously good
Let's
luck in
hope
that
so.
match. Yeah, let's hope so, right? Cross the fingers and hope that happens. But definitely appreciate you helping out, man. A lot of fun as always. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are at home, again, that is going to do it for our coverage here today. But be sure to tune back in tomorrow. We'll have another match here for the Alienware tournament, and then eventually, of course, on the weekend. Now, by the way, too, I haven't hasn't been officially announced. It is on the Honcast site, but anyways, we are going to be doing a podcast this Friday as well, ladies and gentlemen. And not only are we going to talk about, just here's the new competitive scene in general with the upcoming Han Tour event, of course, but we also have planned to have Dog Kaiser on to go over several of these balance changes that are going to